the Guyana Amazon Warriors won the toss and asked the Trinbago Knight Riders women to take first strike. The Trinbago Knight Riders women made 130 for 6 of their 20 overs. In reply, after 5 deliveries, the Guyana Amazon Warriors women are 5 for 1. Natasha McLean going bold for North. So after 5 deliveries, they are 5 for 1. When Trinbago Knight Riders women batted, Samara Wikaram, the Sri Lankan, she made 33 and Johansson made 28, the Australian. The South African Tryon took 4 for 21 from her 4 overs. So after 5 deliveries, as this is Taylor that comes to the crease and Johansson bowls to Taylor and she's onto the front foot and played it down in front of her and there is no run. The previous delivery before Natasha McLean was bowled by Johansson, there was a review which was overturned. Leslie Reefer had given her out leg before. They reviewed it, but the very next delivery, oh, well, I don't know what happened there. The light gone. The very next delivery, she was out bowled. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second half of the Women Caribbean Premier League match between the Guyana Amazon Warriors and the Trinbago Knight Riders. It is being played on the same pitch that West Indies won that match earlier today. So let's see what will happen. The team batting second should have a better batting because the pitch, the outfield is moist and the ball is getting wet. But let's look now. It's Pandya over the wicket, bowls down the leg side to Winfrey Hill and wide signal by the umpire. The score moves up now to 6 for 1. So Guyana Amazon Warriors 6 for 1 in over number 2. Being bowled by Winfrey Hill. I'm very dark. Give me a minute, please. I apologize. Yeah? 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 Yeah. Figure it out. No, it's that one. Figure it out. I'm sure we'll take you. So it is so dark. I'm just trying. I mean, very very dark. I hope you're hearing me though. I'm glad to have you here. So Guyana 11 for 1 as Pandey bowled to Stephanie Taylor who plays that down to mid wicket for a single, and Guyana Amazon Warriors are now 12 for 1 in over number 2. It is a pleasure to carry you through this match. What a match the West Indies match was. I'm looking I'm so looking forward to tomorrow's morning players rating. Over the wicket comes Pandey, bowl to Winfield Hill from England, who plays it out to mid wicket, and there is no run. I really appreciate your comments. You can I would love some interaction, even if you want to talk a little about the West Indies match, and because it was very interesting. So we can continue the discussion of the West Indies match here. So please, because this is women cricket, it is usually not as intense as the men, but the spectators have stayed back as Winfield Hill aim a big drive. It comes off the inner portion of the bat and goes to mid wicket. The score remains at 12 for 1, and there's some Guyana youngsters just cheering on the Guyana Amazon Warriors women. Pandey is a medium pacer out of India. So it's a real international flair to this year women CPL. Very, very good international flair. So they are 12 for 1, 12 for 1 replying to 130. So they need 131 to win. And after 2 overs, they are 12 for 1 with Lauren Winfield Hill. She's the captain of the Guyana Amazon Warriors. She's on 6 from 7 deliveries. Natasha McLean went bowled by Yuan Sufanat as Stephanie Taylor plays that one back down the offside of the pitch, and there is no run. She's on 5 from 5. Winfrey Hill is from 6 points from 7. Let's watch. Johansson comes in now. Bowl to Taylor, and Taylor just plays that with the turn down to short third man, and there is no run. The score remains at 12 for 1. Sorry. Just pushing it up ahead, a little ahead there, as that one was played down to third man. Let's watch now as she comes in. Johansson, the left arm orthodox spinner, bowl to Taylor, who turned this behind square leg. They go through for a quick singer. The fielder darting on the arm to the wicket keeper, who whipped the bails off. Let's see what the umpire is going to say. That looked not out to me. He's not sending it up, and if he's not sending it up, nothing wrong with that, because it definitely looked like the batswoman was home. Oh, she didn't even take off the bails. She didn't even take off the bails. All now the bails are still on. So the score goes up by 1. It would be much tighter if she had take off the bails. Who's the wicket keeper? Is it Rashada? Who's the wicket keeper? I'm really looking forward to see who's the wicket keeper. Comes in now, bowled to Winfrey Hill, and that one comes in with the arm, and she played it out into the offside, and there is no run. Who's that wicket keeper? That looks to be Casey Knight. Casey Knight is the wicket keeper. She did not take off the bails just now. Johansson comes in, bowl to Winfrey, look to sweep that, taken on the pad outside the off stump, not outside the umpire. The score remains at 13 for 1. 13 for 1. Just play with it, Jay, until it comes up, please. Because these now have no use, and I want to turn them off. 13 for 1, the score. 1 delivered to come in over number 3. Bowls to Winfrey Hill, who plays it into mid-wicket. They go for a singer. At the end of over number 3, the score goes up by 1. It's now 14 for 1. I'm going to run through the scorecard for the Trinbago Knight Riders. Good to see Deandra Dottin back in cricket. She made 20 from 27 deliveries. Our opening partner, Samara Wikaram, she made 33 from 28 deliveries. Rodriguez from India, she made 26 from 24 deliveries. Johansson made 28 from 23 deliveries. Shady Nation was not out, 10 from 10. Casey Knight making her second consecutive ducks in the tournament as Pandya bowls to Winfrey Hill, who drives down to mid-off. There's a misfield, allowed the batswoman to go through for a single. 15 for 1 in 3.1 overs. So 15 for 1. And Tryon, who was the very last bowler to bowl, the Guyana Amazon Warriors women, they used 7 bowlers, and Tryon was the last to bowl. And she bowled over 4 overs for 21 runs, 4 wickets. Stephanie Taylor bowled over 4 overs for 25 runs, no wicket. Pandya bowled to Taylor. Taylor flashes outside the half stump and misses. It goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. So Winfrey Hill is the captain of this team out of England. She's on 8 from 11 deliveries. Stephanie Taylor, the former West Indies captain, she's on 6 from 7 deliveries. and the bowler is Pandya from India. She comes in now over the wicket, bowls to tail, and that one's come back in, taken on the pad, loud appeal. She's given out leg before. That seemed to got the inside edge to me, but if she didn't hit it, she's out. If she never hit it, she's definitely out. Let's see what is going to happen here. Well, apparently they are discussing it, so she did not hit it. I think it is out. They're having a long discussion, and Winfrey Ilu, the captain, decided that she's going up for it. Are they saying that the time is up? Very interesting. That didn't look like 15 seconds to me. That never just didn't look like 15 seconds to me. Turn it right up. No, it's all right. There's a button at the no man at the side where the turn on and turn off switches. There's a round thing up at the you're turning it down. Turn it right up to 560. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much. You got it. So this should be a little brighter now. Thank you, Mrs. Brown. Well done. This is definitely a little brighter. You work some magics there. So Stephanie Taylor, she's gone. Stephanie Taylor, thank you very much. I appreciate it, Missy. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Stephanie Taylor, leg before to Pandey for 6. And the Guyana Amazon Warriors women are in trouble. And they're saying that they review it, and there's some controversy here. There's some controversy. Winfrey Hill did review it, and she's the captain, and she's batting. And so there's some controversy here. Very much controversial, So let's see what is happening here. Was it that the time run out? What are the commentators saying? Did the time run out? It's very, very interesting. Nonetheless, Burns have come to join Winfield Hill. And a game of cricket is never without controversy. That's why we love it so much. That's why we play the game, don't we? We just love it. Michael Douglas is saying this match will go down to the last over. Michael, can you tell me? Let's watch it. It will be umpire's call, so she would have been out. Why are these umpires giving those decisions? Look at that ball. It barely clipping leg stump. Well, they're going to say that it's a technology that is showing you that it barely clipping leg stump, but in their mind, it would have cannon into leg stump. So let's watch here now. She's out nonetheless. Pandya comes in, bowl to Burns. Burns drive, misses outside the half stump, and there is no run. So, Wagwan King, me there, Christopher Bristol. I'm here. Guyana under pressure here. They are 15 for 2. They need to get up to 131. It's going to be very interesting because Barbados Royals women beat both of these teams. Both of them. Bowl to Burns, that's Pandya. Bowl to Burns, and Burns drive back down the offside of the pitch, and there is no run. So the team that win this match you'd say would have probably 1 foot in the final, because it's very Barbados Royals look unbeatable. Pandya comes in, bowl to Burns off the back foot. She strokes this to the fielder down on the cover boundary. They go through for a single. The score will move up to 16 for 2 at the end of the over. When will you start men's CPL squad analyst? Wow, so the West Indies, it will be some time. It's very tight, so probably I'll have to do some, but there will be tomorrow. Northern districts. I never thought about it, but now that I'm thinking about it, I realize that the time is very short, because it starts next Thursday. And to go through all 6 squads, it will require at least 3 days, because you'll have to do at least 2 per day. And then, so Northern districts, I may well start it Sunday. I may well have to start it Sunday morning, and the West Indies match will start at 2 o'clock, and then the women match will the internet gone now. Oh, it comes back. Mohammed bowls to Burns, and Burns strokes it into misfield. They go through for a single. The score moves up now to 17 for 2. 17 for 2 is the score. This at this time of the night, almost 10 o'clock in Jamaica, almost 11 o'clock in the Eastern Caribbean. It is not a good time for this internet to be giving trouble, you know. Mohammed comes in over the wicket, bowls to Winfield Hill, and she dabbed that down to the field at backward point, and there is no run. Anisha Mohammed, I don't like her action, you know. Is anyone watching? Is anyone, if you are watching it, Michael Douglas, what you think? What you think about Mohammed action? She comes in. It looks good. It looks good. Okay. Off the back foot go Winfield and she bangs it into the cover. The fielder dives to her right. They go through for a single, 18 for 2. Winfield Hill goes up to 9. Burns, she is on 2. So Winfield Hill goes up. Good work there. If it oh my gosh. If it had hit So thank you for really staying. The internet boy, and you people are so loyal. But I know you love the cricket, and you're really enjoying the cricket. So the score is 25 for 2. 25 for 2, the score. I really appreciate you. You are always here. 26. 26 now for 2. One delivery to come in over. Bowl to Burns, and Burns drive into the offside, and there's no run. 26 for 2. It's not one delivery to come, and was just ahead of myself. It was two deliveries to come. Sometimes you just get so combobulated. Is there such a word as combobulated? You know, so 26 for 2. Bowls to Burns, and Burns had a big drive through the offside, but it got the inner portion and it runs towards the boundary despite the best effort of the fielder. It goes into the boundary now for 4, and Burns move up to 12. 30 for 2 at the end of over number 6. It's going to be a very, very interesting match here. Michael Douglas say this match is going to go right down to the wire. They need a further 100 runs to win, and it's going to be these two batsmen at the crease are absolutely key. Well, Tryon also, she's not bad. Northern District is asking, is Brandon King fully fit? Is he available to play this year's CPL because he was ruled out from World Cup? Is he fully recovered? We don't know at this time. Northern District, the last update last week when the West Indies squad was named, the director of cricket had said then that Brandon King was still injured and we were treating him. So that's the latest situation from last week when the West Indies squad was named. Anisha Mohammed comes in, bowls to Winfield Hill, and she reverse sweeps straight to the fielder at backward point. There is no run. The score remains at 30 for 2. We are in over number 7. She comes in now. This is Anisha Mohammed. She has a backward pointer cover, mid-off for mid-on, and a mid-wicket. Comes in now. Bowl to Winfield, who swept this away. Slug sweep down to the field on the mid-wicket boundary, who did not pick up at the first attempt. That was Zadia James. She recovered quickly, and they got a single. The score moves up now to 31 for 2. So in the power play, both Jamaicans were dismissed during the power play. Stephanie Taylor leg before, and Natasha McLean gone bowled for Ducks. Anisha Mohammed bowled to Burns. She hit this high in the air, over the top, down towards long off for 4. So just using her feet and getting to the pitch, and Burns hit it high in the air, down to long off for 4. The score moves up now to 35 for 2. So yes, 35 for 2 in over number 7, and the Guyana Amazon Warriors are not going down without a fight. Please, there are a few of us here, but slash a like on the video. Just click on that thumbs up button and show your appreciation. Slash a like on the video. Click on the subscribe button. Anisha Mohammed comes in over the wicket, bowls to Burns, and Burns turned his true square leg. They gone for 1. The fielder closing picked up and restrict them to 130. 36 now for 2, and we are in over number 7. And as you see scrolling across the bottom of the screen there, you can support the channel, and on our home page just below Cricket Forum, you'll see the link there. You can click on that link and support the channel. Mohammed bowled to Winfield, drop. She came down the pitch and she drove it hard back at Mohammed, and she dropped the catch, and it goes down to long on for a single. 37 for 2. 37 for 2. She came down the pitch. She drove it hard back at Mohammed, and Mohammed did not take the catch. It burst through her hands and goes down to long on for a single. So that was an opportunity. And the key wicket of Winfield Hill, Mohammed comes in, bowl to Burns. Burns down the pitch. She drives, cannot beat mid-off. They will get a single nonetheless because she has to move to her right and made a tumbling save. That's the young Zayda James. Well done, Zayda James. and they go through for a single. So after 7 overs, they are 38 for 2. After 7 overs, they are 38 for 2. So 3 over 7 is just about 0.45 or thereabout. So 5.45 they are scoring at. Northern District is saying, I know the cricket forum, you are so busy these days. Instead of detailed squad analysis of 6 teams, which will take much time, you can just post playing 11 of 6 teams. Yes, yes. So yes. So I could just discuss who I think that the playing 11 of the 6 teams will be. I Yes, and in that way we could do it just two. We could do 3 per show. So do 3 1 day and then 3 the other day. And thank you for that suggestion, Northern District. This is such a wonderful community. We have our difference of opinions at times, and that is just human nature. It's just good banter. As long as we respect each other's, and it's nothing wrong to have a different of opinion. I remember Marlon Brown saying just now that he doesn't think that he think that Ravman Paul game is secure. Well, I think it's also secure, but I think that he's going to have a big challenge on his hands if he doesn't start making runs. Those same players that he leads are going to start asking questions, and as a captain, you need to make runs, else the other players will start asking you questions, and the wider Caribbean community, the wider West Indies fans, those persons who support West Indies fans, they too will put pressure on the captain if he's not making runs. I could do the research, but I don't think that he have passed 50 more than once this year. So, but he will come good. He will come good. So, and he needs to come good for his own sake also. 39 for 2 in over number 8. As you see there now, the field is very wet, and Zadia James is making sure that she dry that ball. I always appreciate persons who put so much effort into drying the ball. Some persons seem like they don't need to dry the ball. Although they have the rug, I don't know if it's a case like they panic. You don't know. So 39 for 2. I could probably double check. Michael Douglas, are you up? I know it's very late. James bowls to Winfield Hill, and she uses her feet, almost yorked herself as she played it down to the fielder coming off the cover boundary. And there's a single, sorry. There's a single, so that's 40 for 2 now. And probably one would have to say that the TKR is ahead at this stage, and their supporters definitely supporting them. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Let's watch now as Zadia James comes in now. Bowl to Burns, and Burns hit this through mid-on down to the boundary for 4. Once she beat the mid-on, it was always going to go into the boundary. She used her feet, and when she gets there, a lot of right hand into the shot, ensuring that she beats the mid-on. And when she does, it goes down to the boundary for 4. It was far from her. That will put the score now to 42 for 2 in over number 8. 42 for 2 in over number 8. Let's watch now. James tosses the ball from hand to hand. The left-arm orthodox spinner comes round the wicket short, bowl to Burns, and Burns pull, a Rohan Kanai type of pull. So as she pulled it, she fell down her knee, but nonetheless it goes into the backward square leg boundary for 4 more. So 2 consecutive 4 here off the bowling of Zadia James. One to the right of long on, mid-on, and then the other one backward of square leg, both by Burns. And that will push the score now to 48 for 2. One delivery to come in over number 8. So let's watch the left-arm orthodox spinner, Zadia James, the West Indies player. She has about about T20, about 8 West Indies cap. Round the wicket, bowls to Burns, and Burns again pulled through mid-wicket this time, but there's a fielder on the mid wicket boundary. She underarmed the return to James, the end of the over. At the end of 8 over, the score is 49 for 2. 8 overs, so 6-8, 48 and 1-6. So that's the score at the end of 8 overs. The Guyana Amazon Warriors looking to get 131 to win, or 49 for 2 after 8 overs. See her coming from Northern District. I follow your every live show. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. You're a legend. You're a legend, Northern District. That's so warm. That's so nice to hear. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Good, good. You are an amazing analyst. Wow. As I read that a while ago, just now, Northern District, my head swell. Well, for me, this because this become like a family. Any channel, Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp community where I can communicate. That's nice. And that's one of the reasons why we are here. So this is very interesting now. This under 16 girl, Ramnat, she's the captain of the West Indies under 19 team. First delivery short off the back foot goes Burns and plays it down to the field and the cover boundary. She didn't pick up cleanly and allow the batswoman to go through for 2. So 51 for 2 now. 51 for 2 in over number 9. So she just wrapped back on the back foot. Ramnat, she's, as I said, the captain of the West Indies under 19 team. She's 16 or 17 years old. They're about. She comes in now, ball to Burns, and that's short, and she pulls this down to mid wicket. It goes straight to the field on the mid wicket boundary. They will go up to 52. 52 now for 2. And as Mikel said, that this match will go down to the wire, it may well do. 52 for 2. Just double checking the age of Burns here. So she'll be 17. Off the back foot goes and she plays this down to long on for a single. So she'll be 17 on the 15th of October. She's the captain of the West Indies under 19 team. This right arm off spinner, 3 deliveries thus far, conceded 4 runs, 53 for 2. So the score is now 53 for 2. And it pulls away down through mid wicket and will now send the return in. So another single. So the Guyana Amazon Warriors are doing this very well. They are scoring off every delivery, and Ram not getting any turn here. I think she's probably bowling a little too short. I think she's probably afraid to just bowl too full and miss her length, and these batswomen will carry very far. Ramnat bowl again off the back foot, go Winfield ill, and she cuts it down to the fielder on the cover boundary. Another single. So 4 singles and 1-2 off this over so far. 6 runs have been conceded off the over so far. 55 for 2. 1 delivery to come. Let's watch her. Ramnat, the West Indies under 19 captain, will be 17 on the 15th of October. Comes in bowl now and pitched up to Burns, and Burns hit it. She dropped at mid-on. Straight through the field at mid-on, and they will get 2. Wow, so that was tossed up. Burns was down the pitch. She hit it very, very hard, but that catch should have taken Janssen, the South African, dropping the catch. So she tossed that one up, and Burns swung it straight through. It straight through her hands. I don't think that she needed to jump. She just needed to stand up and firm up the hand and just cushion it as the ball hit the hand. And definitely very disappointed for Ramnat there. She should have picked up her first wicket. At the end of the over, nonetheless, over number 9, Guyana Amazon Warriors are 57 for 2, because I'm talking about Ramnat as the West Indies under 19 captain. So so that little girl there that is bowling, she'll be captain the West Indies under 19 team at the World Cup, at the under 19 World Cup next year. So wish her the best, And this is very good experience for her. Zadia James, who also played in the under 19 World Cup last year, 2023. Yes, she played in the under 19 World Cup in 2023. I remember she making a 50 in her first match. Round the wicket, bowls to Winfield who drives down to Midon at the edge of the circle, and they get a single. The score now moves up to 58 for 2. 58 for 2. Um, I, I mean, do you have any community of the cricket forum where I can join? You can post link below description. Okay, comes in now. Bowl to Winfield Hill, and she just ease it away through the covers down to the boundary for another singer, and the score moves up. Ramarak, yes, Ramarak was dropped from today's match. Why is Ramarak such an experienced bowler not playing today? Is she injured or what? To the best of my knowledge, she was dropped and Grimman, was it Grimman? Grimman, I think, replaced her in the Trinbago Knight Riders team. So Grimman has replaced her. It's a very interesting decision because Ramarak is one of West Indies' best bowlers, and in our tour of Sri Lanka and Pakistan this year, she bowled very well. She bowled very well. You know, it was very interesting. So Zayda James to continue comes in now. Bowl to Winfield Hill, and she plays it through mid wicket for a singer. The score moves up now to 60 for 2. Said Munisar, not Grimman. No, I think Munisar played in the first match. If you recall, Munisar was the last batswoman to get out when she tripped to Ailey Matthews and it peeled off the outside portion of the bat and lopped the third man in that first match. So she did play in the first match. I'll get the play in 11. Shot from Zadia James, pulled away. Through mid wicket down to the boundary for 4. So 64 now for 2. So that was shot by James. And Burns pull it away through mid wicket down to the boundary for 4. And despite the best effort by Claxton, that's Claxton, she's a very athletic girl. Pulled away out of the reach of the dive by Rodriguez. So that was a lovely shot. It beat Rodriguez's dive to the right and beat Claxton dive to the left. What a brilliant shot that was. It goes into the boundary for 4. 64 now for 2. 110 down the leg side. Look to turn it away. Comes off the pad and there is no run. So at the end of 10 overs, they are 64 for 2. Needing another 67 to win in 10 overs. So they score 64 off 10 and they need 67 off 10. But this Guyana batting lineup is not all that is not one of the stronger batting lineup in the tournament. Sherman Campbell to come, which is she's a good player. Sherman Campbell and Tryon. So the batting is gonna really surround these two who are batting, and Campbell and Tryon. Tryon is very dangerous. She's very dangerous. If she gets going, this 67 runs will breeze off. So she's very dangerous and she can breeze off the 67 runs. Campbell, you know her, the sweeper, she's going to come out and sweep. Ishmael can give it a whack, but you don't want to leave too much for Ishmael. Munisar will play it around, but these two, it's going to be very crucial that these two plus Campbell and Tryon and to a lesser extent Ishmael get most of this 67 runs that are remaining. It's going to be very important. I should have put up the Guyana playing 11. I should have both Trinbago Knight Riders and the Guyana Amazon Warriors playing 11. But unfortunately, I do not have it. And I'm going to try and see if I can get it here for you. So that, because I'm sure it is Grimman that has replaced. So it is Grimman. So the Trinbago Knight Riders team, I soon tell your name because I'm almost sure that it is Grimman that has replaced her. So they are at the drinks break. Please put your comment in the comment section. So the Trinbago Knight Riders team, let's see, Pandia. So Shanita Grimman. Yes, she replaces Charisma Ramarak. I do not know Northern District if it is a injured is an injury, but it's sort of disappointed that Ramarak not playing. She's a West Indies off spinner, you know, and she have bowled well in Sri Lanka. She have bowled well in Pakistan, and so I would have expected her to be in this team. But nonetheless, the management of the Guyana Amazon Warriors think that she should not play against the Trinbago Knight Riders. Is she from Trinidad? Is Ramarak from Trinidad? Yes, yes. Thank you very much, Atina. So Atina has put up the team there, and this is the Trinbago Knight Riders team. The this is the Trinbago Knight Riders team. Let me see something here. I'm just trying to see something here. Oh, you know that I yes, that's the team there. Yes, that's the team there, and so this was the Guyana team that played on Wednesday. So in there you see both Munisar and Ramarak, and she's the one that has been left out. So it is Ramarak that has been left out for Shanetta Grimman, I think her name is. So yeah, so that has been cleared up now. Thank you very much. Thank you ever so much, Athena. I appreciate it. That's why I love this community so much. You guys are so wonderful. You know, this is community. It's all about you guys. You know, it's all about you guys. You are so wonderful. You are so on the ball, and you provide the information. You know, and I really appreciate you guys all the time. Without you, this would not have been possible. So there's a guy in the Amazon Warriors playing 11. So I'm very, you know, the technology is so good, you know, the technology nowadays. So we are going to see now Deandra Dutton over the wicket. She bowled to ill, slower delivery. She plays it out into the offside. They go through for a single. The score is 65 for 2. 65 for 2. Thank you all who are watching. We appreciate it very much. So that's the 50 partnership, 65 for 2. Just 10 overs to go now. As she's second. Burns face up to Dotton. Shot outside the off stump. She cuts it away. Down to backward point. Work for the sweep on the cover boundary, who comes to her left, and she picks up, sends the return in. In the meantime, the batsmen go through for 2, so that will push the score up now to 67. They need now a further 64 runs to win. So Winfield Hill, she's on 18. Burns, the Australian, is on 41. 67 for 2. So 67 for 2 the score. It's going to be bowled to Winfield Hill. She plays it out into the offside. That is Deandra Dotted, and there is no run. She's keeping an off stump line. We are happy to see Deandra Dottin back in cricket. You know, as you know, Deandra Dottin, she has other skills. You know, she dries some moisture off the ball by rubbing it on her trousers over the wicket. Bowls to Burns, and Burns pulled this away down toward mid wicket. In the gap, the fielder comes around to her right, make a stumbling stop. That's Rodriguez. Or is it Samarika Rama? It's left to be seen. It's Samarika Rama. She sends the return in. They get a single. 2 they get. 69 for 2. So the score moves up now to 69 for 2. Winfield Hill, she's on 18. Burns is on 43. So 43 for her. She's on strike, looking to get to 50 here now. Now, as they make the adjustment in the field, so there's a backward square leg on the boundary, a deep mid wicket on the boundary, and a long on the boundary. Datting over the wicket, bowls to Burns. She cuts it away. Beat the short third man. It's going to run very close to the boundary. Slap it there. She should have pulled out the dive. Once that ball beat her, it was always going into the boundary. And Datting is not very happy. So the fielder there, that looks to be sloppy. It's Rodriguez. Sloppy there. Is it Rodriguez or is it Pandya? It could be Pandya. It could be Pandey. So she should have pulled out the dive there. 73 for 2. One delivery to come in over number 11. This match is getting very interesting. The Knight Riders need wickets and they need it quickly. That in bowl to Burns, and Burns tucked this into the onside. The field that fine leg runs to her left field, sends the return in. They go through for a single. Burns move up to 48. At the end of over number 11, the score is 74 for 2. Looking to get 130 to win. Therefore, they need another 6, 17, and 30, 47. They need another 47. And as I was talking about Dottin, Nilo Alexander, long time don't see, man. How you doing? Very, very good to see you here, man. You're saying thanks to the Cricket Forum for covering this match. Women CPL deserve the same attention as the men. Thank you, Nilo Alexander. And I always try to cover West Indies women cricket. You know that when the team is in Pakistan, if you look on my home page, there's so many women match on it. But I was making the point about Deandra Dottin, that Deandra Dottin boasted, when was it? Was it so many years ago? As that one is turned into the onside, is it Johansson back into the attack, the left arm orthodox spinner? So another singer that takes the score up now to 75 for 2. So one more taking the score up to 75 for 2. Winfield Hill is on 18. Burns is on 49. I'll come to the Dottin point. Yeah, very quickly. I'll come to it. Thank you all for being here. What is that? A no ball, certainly. Oh, that's a no ball. She just tossed it right up. It probably slipped out of her hand. Oh, Jansu, what you doing? The ball is definitely wet. But is it a no ball? So they're going to change the ball. It'll be very interesting. And I'm trying to interpret. I'm trying to see if I remember the rule. The rule said a fast pitch delivery. Isn't fast pitch in the rule? I'm almost sure that fast pitch is in the rule. And so that should not have been a no ball. Well, I'm trying to analyze it here. Is it all right? Is it that because it's a slow delivery, it's still a no ball, but it is not considered a dangerous delivery? So if she bowls one more, she would not be forced not to bowl anymore for the rest of the night. I'm trying to remember that. Is it that once it's above waist, it's a no ball, or it has to be a fast pitch delivery? A fast delivery above the waist. Nonetheless, the umpire have signaled no ball, and so the score will. What's the score? Oh, you know that she took the catch though. it was a no ball, 76 for 2. But she took the catch. She did. Johansson comes in now, bowl to Winfield Hill, who went to reverse sweep that one and misses, and it goes through to the keeper. Sloppy there from her. Oh, look how I missed the opportunity to talk about that thing. but she would have boasted back when she was a character athlete. Yes, that that pulls away down to the field at short fine leg and they go through for a singer. The score now moves up to 77 for two. Three deliveries to come in over number 12. Winfield Hill, she is on 19. Burns, who's on 49, comes into strike. The Guyana Amazon Warriors women are 77 for 2. Ball to Burns, and Burns is taken on the pad, but that one definitely going over the top of the stump, and there is no run. 77 for 2. 23 and 31 is 54. They need 54 runs to win from 48 deliveries. 50 deliveries, sorry, 50. Short. And she pulled this in the air to the mid wicket. She's all dropped. Oh, what a sitter. I cannot believe that. It was lobbed to Anisha Mohammed at mid wicket. Absolutely dolly. You cannot imagine an easier catch. Nonetheless, she goes up to her 50. It was a short delivery from Yuanso. Burns was on the back foot. It kept low. She has to bend the knee. She got no power in the shot. It just lobbed to Anisha Mohammed at mid wicket and she dropped the catch. And the next delivery is swept down to the boundary. A good effort there by the fielder. Did she touch the rope? They're going to check it. They come back for two though. In the meantime, I must tell you that Burns have moved up to 50. Winfield Hill is on 21 at least. They're going to do a boundary check, 82. So the wheels are coming off here for the Trinbago Night Riders. Let's see now. She has the ball in her hand. Oh, well done, well done. Absolutely magnificent. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Good work there. So 21 for Winfield Hill. 50 for Burns, who is back on strike at the end of the over. At the end of over number 12, they are 80 for 2. They need 51 from 48 deliveries with 8 wickets in hand. And at this stage, one would like to think that the Guyana Amazon Warriors are really in the driver's seat. So Datin have boasted that her character record will never be broken. You know, how many years ago she took part in character? 12, 15 years? And she have boasted that it will never be broken, and it has not been broken up to now, and I doubt that it will ever be broken. So but let's see what will happen. Maybe someday someone will break that record, but she was outstanding and she said that the record will it's going to be that person is going to be difficult. So she was a good athlete. Deandra Dratin was always a good athlete, and she probably would have a career in track and field if it wasn't for cricket. As the West Indies under 19 captain Ramnath comes into the attack, flighted that one down the leg side. The batsman swept at it, misses, go through to the keeper, wide signal. Burns remains on 50. Ramnath comes in now. Bowl to Burns. She's up, bowl to Burns. Burns down the pitch, losing her shape. Nonetheless, she gets it down to the man and the woman on the deep mid-wicket boundary. Sends the return in. And another single there for the Guyana Amazon Warriors, taking Burns up to 51. So this is a good knock from her. She's on 51. Winfield Hill, the captain of this team, comes back into strike. She is on 22. Let's watch Ramnath comes in now. Bowl to Winfield Hill. She uses her feet and chipped it past Anisha Mohammed at mid-wicket, who dived over it. They got another singer. It's 83 for 2. Winfield Hill will now go up to 22. Burns is on 51. And so Guyana Amazon Warriors really now closing in on victory. 17 and 31 is 48. 48 from 46 deliveries. Ramnath, the West Indies under 19 captain. She comes in now up to the wicket and bowl to Burns. And there's some turn there, but slow turn. Burns was on the back foot, plays it out to the field, that cover. And the score remains at 83 for 2. So she did turn that one. Lovely to see that the young off spinner is getting some turn here now. Lovely. 83 for 2. Winfield Hill is on 22. Ramnat comes in, bowl to Winfield, who looks to reverse sweep, get the bottom edge, pass Casey Knight. The field that short fine leg cannot stop the singer. The score moves up now to 84 for 2. Um, to be honest, I am not impressed with the fielding of the teams. And I want to take a closer look. I cannot pronounce it yet, but I'm going to take a closer look to see if there's a, as Ramnat comes in, ball short to Burns, who pulled this away down to deep mid wicket, straight to the fielder, who sends the return in. Ramnat backed off and collects. The score moves up to 85 for 2. She is in her second over. So what I wanted to say is that I want us to take a look and to see if really the fielding issues is with the West Indies fielders, or is it the overseas players making those mistakes too? That one it over the top, down towards mid wicket. Good come around there. That's the Samari Karama, who fields, sends the return in, and they get 2, and this will put the score up now to, should it be 89? I think it's 89, isn't it? It's 87 for 2. At the end of over number 13, 7 overs leave, 42 deliveries leave, and they need 44 to win. So 44, yes, confirmation there. 44. So Burns, she's on 54, and Winfield Hill is on 23. So the 2 overseas players doing it here, and a third one, Tryon, she got 4 for 21 when Guyana bowled. So the overseas players are stepping up and are showing their worth here in this women's CPL. Each team can play up to 4 overseas players. So it's very interesting. And Ishmael did bowl well also for the Guyana Amazon Warriors. So all 4 players have stepped up for the Guyana Amazon Warriors. All 4 overseas players have stepped up. So Anisha Mohammed is coming back into the attack. Her 2 overs went for 16 runs, 87 for 2. Let's watch now Mohammed. She comes in now. Over the wicket, bowls to that swept away, down backward of point. The fielder comes off the boundary, sends the return in, and they come back for 2. So 2 more to the total will push the score up now to 89. And so that was swept away by Winfield Hill, which puts her up now to 25. Erin Burns remains on 54. The score 89 for 2. 89 for 2. So Anisha Mohammed really struggling here with the feeling. She comes in now. She's going to bowl to Winfield Hill, the captain of the Guyana Amazon Warriors women. Over the wicket, bowl to Winfield Hill, who look to reverse sweep again, misses, and it goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. And it definitely looks like Guyana has this one in the bag. I cannot see Guyana Amazon Warriors losing from here. Ball to Hill, and Hill swept this away. Through forward of square, down to the boundary. The fielder comes across, slid, make a brilliant stop, and sends the return in. Casey and Knight applauding there. Who is that fielder on the mid-wicket boundary who came across? Is it Zadia James? But good work there from the fielder who came across. It could be Zadia James, I hope Anisha Mohammed is seeing that feeling. They have not shown us, but it could be Zadia James, 91 for 2 now. Winfield is on 27. Mohammed comes in, bowl to her, and she is in the air, down towards long on the bounce, 2 bounce to the fielder. Johansu sends the return in, and there is 1. 92 now for 2. So 39. Wow, 39 needed. And this is coming down rather fast now at this moment. They're really heading towards victory here, the Guyana Amazon Warriors. As I said, I look forward to tomorrow morning when we do the player ratings. But if you have any comments from the match today, we could go through them. You know, this is a woman match. It's not as fast paced as the men match. You know, and the thing about women cricket that I know is that they is most of West Indies fans follow the men game, but they don't follow the women game. Mohammed comes in, bowls to Burns down the pitch. She hit it down towards long off for a singer. One more to the score. The score now moves up to 93 for 2. 93 for 2 at the end of over number 14. So the worms have joined with the green worm just on top of the blue worm, the Guyana Amazon Warriors worm. So yes, Deandra Dottin boasted that her record would never be beaten at the Carifta Games. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. She was an outstanding Carifta athlete. You know, probably I should give a quiz. Maybe I should say what is the record that Deandra Dottin has at the Carifta game? Anyone in the chat can tell us about Deandra Dottin record at the Carifta game that she boasted about, that no one will able to beat it, that it will never be broken. So please tell me in the chat if you can tell me about Deandra Dottin record. This is a young lady who's of interest to many cricket fans, especially in the West Indies that follows women cricket. Ramnath over the wicket, bowl. She getting a little bit of turn, not much turn. Off the back foot goes Burns, and she strokes it down to the field and the cover boundary for another single. 94 now for 2. So Ramnath is the West Indies under 19 captain. She captained the team to the USA earlier this year, where they draw with USA under 19 women 2-2, and she was the captain. She comes in, she's a right arm off spinner. She's getting a little turn. It's not fast turn though, but she's getting a little turn. 94 for 2 now, 37 needed. Again, there's just an hold up in the play here. It's late night. It's touching up to midnight in the Eastern Caribbean and in Guyana. Ramnath comes in now, bowl to Winfield, and she reverse sweep to Dottin at backward point, and there is no run. Who picks up cleanly, and there is no run. The score remains at 94 for 2 in over number 15. So Ramnath, she's in her third over. 16 years old. Will not be 17 until October. She bowls that one pitched up down the pitch, come it over the top, running away down towards long off. They gave chase. They're back for the second. I think that looks to, who was that? The left-hander James. Yes, spot on, James. 96 now for 2. So Ramnath to continues. Really appreciate your company here, and it's always nice to bring the cricket. I know it's late night, but it's still good to watch West Indies cricket and bring it to those. I know that persons may be in their bed, just listening to the commentary, and hopefully at some time during the commentary they will fall asleep, and so, I know, so it's Claxton. She's a very good fielder, a very good athlete. Will they give her the ball to bowl? I think Claxton competing so many sports, probably 5 or 6 sports for our country. Ramnath bowls to Burns. That one pitch outside the half stump comes back into the batsman. She's on the back foot. Force it away through backward point down. The sweep on the cover boundary has to come in and goes to her left. And in the meantime, Burns get 2 more to push Guyana Amazon Warriors up to 99 for 2. She's on 58. Winfield Hill is on 31. The next batsman to come is Canberra, followed by Tryon and Ishmael. Bowls again to Burns, and Burns again reverse sweep. Beat the short third man. That's Dottin. They won't test her arm. She moves smartly in the field, picked it up halfway to the third man boundary, sends the return in. The Guyana 100 is up, 100 for 2 at the end of over number 15. They need 31 from 30 deliveries. So anyone in the chat, anyone watching, know what that record that Deandra Dottin talk about that will never be broken at the Carifta Games when she represented Barbados at the Carifta Game. I can give you a hint. She's a very strong lady, as you know that she is she still the world record holder for the fastest century in T20 women cricket? Is she still? So she's a very strong lady, so I'll give you a hint. What is the record that she said that will never be broken? You know, she's strong, as you know. So that's the hint. So you could tell me what is it. But so just gonna run through the scorecard here for the Guyana Amazon Warriors. They open with Lauren Winfield Hill, who is also the captain and wicket keeper. She's a not out on 32. Anisha Mohammed comes in, bowl to Burns, who turned this away, down to fine leg. They gone for one. It's going very close to the boundary. They come back for two. The slide comes out, pulls it back, and they will turn and come back for the third run. So three more runs there, well run. And I hope, the West Indies male team, they are probably back at their hotel by now. But interestingly, I hope they would have seen that it was three that the women ran. The women. So three more to Burns. He's on 62. Is this the highest score ever in the Women Premier League so far in the history? No, not. I'm so far off. Ball to Winfield Hill, who comes right outside the off stump, trying to swing it through the onside. Misses, taken on the pad. The keeper comes from behind the stump, picks up and send the return to the bowler. There's no run. 103 for 2. So Winfield Hill, she's on 32 from 41 deliveries. Natasha McLean was the first to go with the score on 5. She was bowled by Yuan Sufanard, facing 2 deliveries. Then her fellow Jamaican, Stefani Taylor, was leg before to Pandey for 6 of 8 deliveries when the score was on 15. At that stage, the Guyana Amazon Warriors were 15 for 2. Since then, these two have added 88 and now 89. So these two have added 89 now as the score moves up to 104 for 2. Winfield Hill is on 32. Burns on 62 comes into strike. So interestingly, these two have added 89. So good partnership for these two, and Night Riders really under the pump. Anisha Mohammed comes in now, over the wicket, bowls outside the off stump to Burns, who bangs it through the cover, beat the dive of the fielder to her left. The cover sweeper comes around to her right field, sends the return in. 106 for 2 now. Burns moves up to 64. Anisha McClacken, that outstanding Jamaica runner. Oh, she was a star at the high school level. Never had the same success when she moves up to the senior level. Nonetheless, she have represented Jamaica at the Olympics and World Championship over 200 meters. Down the pitch, swung away, down toward deep mid-wicket, into the gap, 4 runs. So that was Burns there, just using his feet, getting to the pitch of the delivery and swing it away in the gap between long on and mid-wicket, down to the boundary for 4. And so she will now move up to 70 or 68. 68. So 110 now. So Guyana, they are beginning to sing in Guyana. 110 for 2. She is on 68. Winfield Hill is with her, who is on 32. Anisha Mohammed comes in now. Over the wicket, bowls short, cut away by Burns. Down to the field on the cover boundary. They got a singer. The score moves up to Nelson, 111 for 2. Burns is on 69, 111 for 2 at the end of the over. At the end of 16 over, 111 for 2. Burns is on 69. Winfield Hill is on 32. The bowling so far, I was wondering why they have not bowled their 2 key bowlers, and now I understand that both have bowled 3 overs, but they need to get back 1 into the bowling. It's only 20 runs needed. So they need to bowl both of them. So Anisha Mohammed, 4 overs, none for 33. Pandya from England, Shika Pandey from India, 3 overs, no made, 1 for 15. Jess Johansson from Australia, even better. 3 overs, no made, 1 for 13. But I think she needs to get back one of those into the bowling attack right now. She needs a breakthrough. Definitely the Trinbago Knight Riders need a breakthrough. Zayda James have bowled 2 overs for 18 runs, 9 per over. Samara Ramnat, 3 overs, none for 22, 7.33 over. Deandra Dutton, the most expensive bowler so far, 1 over for 10 runs. So I think that 3 of the next 4 overs will be bowled by Yuansa Pandya and Ramnat. So the important thing is here, where they are going to get that 4th over from. I'll bowl those 3 bowlers, and I'll bowl Yuansa, then Ramnat, then Pandey, and see what happens from there. And if the last bowler have 10 to defend, see who will do it. Probably Datin. Datin will come on and bowl with her experience. Mohammed is finished though. Mohammed is finished. So it's going to be very interesting now. But nonetheless, the Knight Riders need wickets, and they need wickets in a hurry, as the Amazon Warriors are only 20 runs away from victory. They have 24 deliveries to get those runs. And so there's a very long conversation. So I'm going with Johansson, or Pandey. Ramnarat could be too. Very interesting. I could go with Ramnarat too. She has bowled 3 overs, none for 22. So even if she give up 7, if she give up 7 in the overs, they'll have to defend 20. So Datin is going to bowl. So she's clean. So definitely, wow, the ground is soft, so she needs some grip there. So she's cleaning out her spikes. She's just icing the bowler, just trying to get the dirt from out of her spikes. Because definitely, the ground is very soft. There's a lot of rain. It's approaching midnight in Trinidad, just about 11:45 in Trinidad. So it's very late night, so every dew will be falling. So Datin, she's going now you remember that over that she bowled in the World Cup against New Zealand? I think New Zealand needed 6 runs to win, and she bowled a splendid over and bring home the West Indies in that match. Over the wicket, ball short to Burns, and Burns plays it down to Longhorn for a single, 112 for 2 of the first. So 1 delivery, 1 run, 112 for 2. So they are doing this very well. The Amazon Warriors, very well they are doing this. I think, yes, when was the World Cup? 23. Yes, the Women World Cup in 23. Was it in New Zealand or South Africa? I think it was in South Africa. But the match was against New Zealand. That last over by Datin, that bring West Indies home. Ball outside the arse stump to Winfield, who cuts, misses, goes through to the keeper, and there's no run. Lovely delivery there by Datin. Yes, I remember that over quite well. New Zealand, I think it was 6 runs that they needed to win, and Datin did defend the 6 runs. Datin over the wickets, ball to Winfield Illo, plays this away down to third man. There's no third man. It goes into the boundary for 4. She just opened the face of the bat and just guide it down to third man for 4. A lovely shot by Winfield Hill. She will move up now to 36. That brought up the 100 partnership between these two. Well done, young ladies. Well done. Well done, the Guyana Amazon Warriors. So 101 between these two now. 116 for 2. Well, that's it coming up on the screen there. Well done. Of 81 deliveries, they came together with the score on 115. Well done. Burns is on 70. Winfield Hill is on 36. And they are sending a ominous warning to the Barbados Royals. They have never beaten the Barbados Royal yet in women's CPL. But this year, I think they have a very good chance of doing so. This Ghana Amazon Warriors team is not a bad team, It's not a bad team. I mean, Monisar can bowl and she can bat. Well, you want to say Munisa can definitely bat, but she can help herself with the bat. She can give it a walk. So let's watch what Deandra Dutton is going to do. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate your company. Thank you for keeping my company. I really appreciate you, especially those who are listening and not watching the cricket and just probably just relaxing, as I said, in bed and just listening to what is going on. And I know the Guyana Amazon Warriors supporters, you will have more of them here right now, more than Trinbago Night Riders supporters. So, but thank you for wherever you may be. Slash a like on the video, make it good. And so they're taking a long time though with this over. Very long time. It could have finished already. So Dutton over the wicket, ball to Winfield Hill, and she ramped this over shot, fine leg down to the boundary for 4. She just ramped it over short, fine leg down to the boundary for 4. And it is becoming very easy now for the Guyana Amazon Warriors. They need 11 more. 11 more. And that is why I'm saying that bowl your answer. You have to bowl your answer or bowl Pandya. This over should be like the last over if it gets there. Try and push the match as deep as possible. You cannot lose the match and your 2 best bowlers have not bowled out. So Dutton is experienced enough. She should have known this. You can't lose the match and your 2 best bowlers don't bowl out. See what you have for the last over. Dutton comes in, bowl to it again, and she padded this away down to fine leg again for 4. Anisha Mohammed, that short fine leg, have no chance. If it's to her left or to her right, she cannot stop it. And so Dutton can be disappointed as she wants to be. The fact is, Anisha Mohammed was not going to stop that. She knows that it was not going to stop that. But the bigger issue is Dutton should not have bowled this over. 20 runs needed, 24 deliveries. Bowl out your 2 best bowler. See if they can get you 2 or 3 wickets. And then you come on and bowl 1 and ask Ramnath to bowl 1. Or you bowl Ramnath in the middle of your 2 best bowler and see what happens. See if you can get 5 or 6 to defend off the last over and see if you can work some magic again. And this is pulled away by Winfield Hill. True mid-wicket. It's running out towards the boundary. They're gone for 1. They come back for 2. Will they come back for 3? No, they're 2nd and 2. At the end of the over, 126 for 2. She's on 46. They need 5. This is going to be very interesting because why didn't she 2nd and 1? I don't know. She should be 2nd. She should have 2nd and 1 and not gone back for the 2nd. She should have kept the strike because now it's going to be very interesting to see what Burns will do because 5 runs needed. She needs 4 for her half century. There's no way the Warriors is going to lose this match. We know that net run rate will probably come into play. It is a possibility that net run rate could come into play. Oh boy, man. Let's see what is going to happen. Is Burns going to take a single and said, over to you, Skip? So this is just a little bit too late. She should have bowled, either she or Johansson should have bowled the previous over. I just think that Dutton missed a trick there. She should not have bowled that over. It went for 15. So, and that's cricket. On another day, she should have bowled it and she got 3 wickets. Because if you can recall, that same over that I'm telling you about that she bowled in the World Cup against New Zealand, many persons were saying that she should not have bowled it. Over the wicket bowls and that pulled away by Burns. So she's not going to give Winfield the chance to make 50. That's not how these Australians play. They're going to win as quickly as possible. 132, 130 for 2. The scores are tied. The scores are tied. I think the lady on commentary, what's her name? Knight? She was at the World Cup too. And I recall her saying that Dutton should not have bowled that over. But at the end of the day, Dutton bowled a splendid over back in 2023. Was it February or March? I think it was February or March 2023, the World Cup in South Africa. That World Cup was also one in which Rashada Williams got hit in the head. I think it was Ishmael that hit her in the head, and she have to miss a few matches. I Pande bowled to Burns and she padded it away down to the fine leg boundary for four. And the Guyana Amazon Warriors have won. So finally, they are off the mark. They are now in second position. Thank you all for being here. Have a wonderful night and see you tomorrow with the player ratings. Take care now. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. See you in the morning.